This is weekly Forex forecast from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. This is Forex Wizard, your trading coach. We'll be doing a complete multi-time frame analysis of all the hottest currency pairs, cryptocurrencies and indices that you will be looking to trade next week. Now the list is a bit longer. Don't worry, I'll put a timestamp in the description area. But I will suggest you to watch all of them. As you have seen in the last week's Forex forecast, most of the pairs did exactly according to the analysis. Now today the pairs will be analyzing AUDNZD, AUDCAD, Aussie dollar, DXY, BTCUSD, Ethereum USD. These both are cryptocurrencies. Euro AUD, EUROCAD, Euro CHF, Euro dollar, GBP AUD, GBPUSD, GBPJPY, gold, NZDUSD, USDCAD, USDCHF, USDCNH, dollar yen, USDZAR, USOIL, US 100 and US 30. Now before I begin, make sure you smash the like button and also hit the subscribe button if you haven't done yet. So let's begin with, first of all, AUDNZD. Now AUDNZD, starting with the monthly time frame. As usual, we will first look at the bigger picture to see the direction in the market, and then we'll find a trading opportunity. Now first of all, AUDNZD, what you see that this is the monthly time frame. Okay, now this week the market is extremely volatile because there will be monthly and weekly close. So there all the pairs will be very volatile, and also there is a high impact news release. So let's see how we can trade all of them. Now AUDNZD, this is the monthly candle, and what we see that the price is just now nearing the monthly opening and close. So what I think that AUDNZD on the monthly, it might close somewhere here as a doji or as a pin bar or as a shooting star, what you want to say. But monthly, you see this is the strongly bullish market, AUDNZD, and this is the, as you see, previous month there is a weekless candle. So after this kind of monthly price action, you can expect AUDNZD to go up again. So if the monthly close as a green or as a doji, because this is there is a support here, we might see primarily a push to the upside. So that next week we might see AUDNZD pushing high. So this is the weekly time frame. The past week, as you have seen, when the price was here, what did I say? That AUDNZD is likely to drop, and the price did exactly as it is. If you made money from it, smash the like button, and also don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't done yet. So this is the weekly time frame. Now at this point, what I think that AUDNZD will come down initially little bit and then will push up as the monthly close. Going to the daily time frame, what kind of price action it has created. Now you see that this is the daily time frame, and there is a doji here. Now after this doji, what we might see that after this doji, we might see a push down, as first 2 days of the trading week, the monthly close, there will not be any monthly close. So what we might see that initially AUDNZD will come down and then will go up. So AUDNZD, this is the situation with AUDNZD. We will be observing price action. I will not be going any shorting opportunity. As soon as the monthly close will be done, if we see that there is a monthly close as a doji, then I will be waiting for the price to come for a significant retracement to the downside, and we will be looking to buy AUDNZD. Now at this point, this is a bearish price action on the daily. It will come down, and then once it will create a bullish pattern, and only at that point we'll consider buying AUDNZD. AUDCAD, starting with monthly time frame, what do you see that AUDCAD, this is the monthly candle, is almost 2 days remaining. So what we might see that a doji closing as a doji somewhere here. So if we see a monthly doji closing as a doji, then let's see on the weekly we saw the previous week gap opening, and this is what predicted previously that AUDCAD is going up. Now at this point, what you saw that the price is nearing this long week candle. So what I think that next week the price will continue to rise up at least to this zone. So there is a trend line here. If you look at the bigger picture, let me draw the trend line. So on the AUDCAD, the price is likely to come along this zone, so at least to this 20 period moving average. And let's go to the daily time frame. So what we might see next week early, first the price might go a little bit in a sideways and then would likely to go up. So what I think that AUDCAD even come back, if this is the daily time frame, and I think that the price will come back to test this important level of daily resistance. So looks like that AUDCAD will come back down a little bit for retracement along this gap. From this gap opening will continue to rise. So as you have seen that there has been a inverted head and shoulder has been created, which is high probability that AUDCAD will continue to go up, test this resistance, which is, if you look at the weekly time frame, which is the weekly, there is a long wick candle, and I think that it will test the top of this long wick candle on the weekly, which is looks like this one on the daily, the support here, resistance here, and will create a lower high, and then from here we might see a drop. So primarily next week AUDCAD is likely to go rise, and this could be a zone for buying opportunity. AUDUSD, as expected, as you have seen in my previous weekly forex forecast, that is what exactly I told, that Aussie dollar is likely to go up after testing this previous resistance as support, and the price did exactly as it is. At this point, what you see that AUDUSD, this is the daily time frame. So let's see monthly first. Now on the monthly, the price has created this this candle. Now what I think that it will close somewhere here as a doji, okay, and then as soon as the monthly candle will close, what I think a Aussie dollar will rise up again. Maybe from this zone we might see a bounce to the downside. So going to the weekly time frame, what we see that this is the weekly situation, back to back 2 weeks bullish momentum, and I think that Aussie dollar will continue to rise up after a little retracement to the downside. Going to the daily time frame, this is what the price action is. What I think that Aussie dollar will do next week, it might come down a little bit further along this zone. So if we draw a level here, so along this zone, and from this zone we might see that Aussie dollar pushing from here to there. So if we look at the intraday time frame, this is what it is. Even it could continue to rise from here, so based on what kind of price action it is creating, but I think that best way will be to wait for the price to come back to this level of support. There is a 20 period moving average on the 4-hour time frame as well. If the price come here, I will be actively waiting for an entry opportunity to take this move to the upside. Now DXY, let's see what's doing. Looks like very bearish. Starting with the monthly, we saw that there has been a very strong rejection from the top on DXY. So this is a historically high price. The DXY started to drop, and I think that DXY will drop at least to this level of support, so which means that next month also DXY is likely to drop. This is the weekly time frame. We saw that there is a strong weekly candle has been created, back to back 2 weekly drop, and I think even with a gap opening, DXY might drop to the downside. So that means that dollar is getting weaker, which means other pairs against dollar might get stronger. This is the daily time frame. This is a nice bearish price action. This is what I have told in my previous weekly forex forecast. What did I say? That DXY has created a head and shoulder and likely to drop, and when this doji was created, this is what exactly I told in my weekly forex forecast, that DXY is likely to drop, and the price did exactly as it is. Smash the like button, and if you want to join our team VIP program, then you can find a link in the description area. This is an opportunity for you to learn and grow and earn at the same time. So what you see that DXY now, after this push to the downside, there has been a green candle has been created. Now after this daily green candle, we saw there is a lower high and then breakdown. So now what happened, DXY has created last day of trading week a doji with a gap opening. So what I think that DXY just will retrace to this level, and from here we might see that DXY pushing down to this level. So DXY looks like highly bearish. Now let's go to the we'll look at the crypto later. Let's go Euro AUD. Now starting with first of all monthly time frame, what we see that Euro AUD, this is the monthly candle. It looks like going in a sideways with creating couple of dodges. If you go to the weekly time frame, there has been quite a few dodges. It's a completely sideways movement, but over the long term this is a bearish market, and I think that Euro AUD might slide a slight drop further down, maybe to this level. So looks like it's still bearish. Okay, going to the daily, the Euro AUD creating a bearish price action now. The buyers finding difficult to go up from here. So what it might do, it might go little sideways, okay, and then we might see that Euro AUD is dropping like that. So my approach will be is to see how the price action is forming. At this point, Euro AUD is not it's not a very good pair to trade because the price action is confusing. You see that the higher time frame is giving quite a few dodges. So when you see a price action like this in a sideways movement, to be to better to stay not to trade. So I will see how, if I find good trading opportunity on the short side, I will trade, otherwise I will leave it. Euro AUD. Let's see EURCAD, what it is doing, starting with first of all monthly time frame. Now what you see that EURCAD on the monthly, the price has created this big move to the downside. The price came to this very important level of support. Now last month there is only one thing we have seen, that the price couldn't break this monthly low. So what I think that EURCAD again will come back to this monthly level of support here, and from here we might see a push to the upside. So that means that this month, as soon as market open, I think the first will go up and then will come down and will have a bounce. So going to the weekly time frame, as you have seen, this is the weekly candlestick and we saw a bullish candle. So let's see on the daily how it is doing. So daily, what I think that EURCAD might do that it will consolidate and it will do something like this. The daily, it will come back down here, okay, and then will create and push to the upside. So to trade EURCAD, I will be waiting for the price to come back to this monthly support, and only in that case I will be going long with EURCAD. Otherwise I will not be trading EURCAD as it is going in a sideways. You see, this is a sideways movement but creating a higher low. So what it might do, that it will come down here, create a higher low, okay, and higher high, and will create a pattern like this to change its trend from down to the uptrend. So EURCAD is, this is the situation. Let's see EURCHF, starting with monthly time frame. And EURCHF, you saw that the price, this is the monthly candle, has created another monthly doji, rejected from this strong level of resistance zone. This is the monthly close, almost is over. So let's see on the weekly what it is doing. Now on the weekly, we saw that EURCAD has created another doji. Let's see on the daily time frame. Now daily, EURCAD has created a double doji. So what EURCHF has created a double doji. So what it has done basically, first it has created a double top here, broke down, and the price went above, tested this previous resistance as a previous support as a resistance, and we see now primarily rejecting to the downside. So looks like that CHF is very stronger. So what it might do, euro also a little bit of stronger. So what it might do, create a bearish move, which is weekly. First of all, what I think this week will do, CHF will go up, first test this resistance and then will come back down. So as you have seen, there are 20 period and 10 period moving average crossed each other. So EURCHF, the best position to sell is this, from this resistance to the downside if we find enough confirmation. But as you have seen, like EURCAD and EURAUD, EURCHF also might move little bit in a sideway. As you have seen already moving in a sideway is because of the both of this currency pair is stronger. So to trade EURCHF, EURCAD in EURAUD, we need to find the resistance or the support zone. So this is the resistance zone. If the price come back here on the lower time frame, then we will consider selling EURCHF. Now let's go to the euro dollar. It is how it is doing, starting with the monthly time frame. Now on the monthly euro dollar, we see that the price bounced from this monthly level of support. If we draw this level of support, what we see, this is a very strong level of monthly support, created a higher low here. You see this price came in 2017 lastly, and from here we saw a higher low has been created, and then what we saw that euro dollar have a bounce from here, and with that bounce I think that it will continue to go further up because it's a very strong level of support. The price was in a downtrend for an extended period of time. If we take it Fibonacci from the high to the low of this move, what we can expect, at least the price to come to this 61.8% Fibonacci level, so which is also support of this move on the two dodges. So if you draw this level like that, we can expect euro dollar to go up. Going to the weekly time frame, now back to back you saw 2 weeks, we saw that euro dollar has created bullish candle, and I think that it will continue to rise in this direction. Going to the daily time frame, what we see that euro dollar has created a first of all has created a reversal pattern here, kind of inverted head and shoulder, and then the price was creating a bullish price action every time the price is creating a series of higher high and higher low. Now this is the last candle of the trading week, and what we might see euro dollar is doing on the new trading week is, so the price, there is a gap here, and I think on the monthly opening we might see a push down, a push spike down, and from this zone we might see that euro dollar is rising. So if the price managed to come to this daily 20 period moving average, could be a good buying opportunity for euro dollar, at least to this resistance level, which can give us a significant trading opportunity. Now let's see on the GBPAUD. GBPAUD, if you look at the monthly time frame, bigger picture, what we see that the price now creating a monthly doji. So after this kind of candle, you see that this is a strongly bearish market. There has been a big move followed by the retracement. We saw another bearish candle has been created. So as soon as the monthly close, what I think that GBPAUD will test this monthly resistance and will drop from here. So if you go to the weekly time frame, this is what it is. Last week we saw every week the price is creating a series of lower high, and what I think that GBPAUD will do will go up and break this all this weekly high, test this monthly resistance, and then will come back and down on GBPAUD. Going to the daily time frame, now this is what I think is likely to happen, that the prices will create a resistance here, resistance here, resistance here. So this is the resistance and this is the daily time frame. I think the price, as soon as the market will open on the daily, you see there is a consolidation pattern. So what I think, the price will go up, test this resistance here, will break all of them, and then will come back down. So if this is the situation, then I will be waiting for the price to go up, because high probability that on the monthly close the price will go up and test this resistance and will come back down from here. So this is the resistance area of value that we will be looking to sell, and I think what GBPAUD will do will finally will come back down, will break here to from this zone. We might see it is pushing up again. So this is the situation with GBPAUD. Will consider selling from this resistance. Now let's see GBPUSD. Now as you have seen that this is the trade that we have closed with our VIP members, GBPUSD trade. from here on the news release on the live stream. So it's a successful trade, 1 to 2.5 risk to reward ratio trade. Now if you wanna join our VIP team, you can find a link in the description area. You can see how it is going there. You can learn my strategies and also receive the trade signal like this one. So now at this point, what is happening with GBPUSD? Let's see. First of all, starting with the monthly time frame. Now this is the monthly on GBPUSD. It's almost closed. What do you think? GBPUSD has created a pin bar. This is in 2 days we might see that this candle is going to close. So what I think, the first 2 days the price might go in a sideways and complete this monthly close as a pin bar, and then what we might see that GBPUSD is going up, coming down little bit, and then testing this support, and then will continue to rise up. So going to the weekly time frame, now this is what it is. On the weekly we might see a little bit of, let's say, adjust this one here. So this could be the situation with GBPUSD will come down for retracement further and little bit, and then will continue to rise up. Going to the daily, now what we see that the price is now just touching the 20 period and 10 period moving average crossover, and what it could happen that the price will come back down for a retracement from this support, and we might see that GBPUSD is continue to go up, creating an inverted head and shoulder, possible trend change to the upside at least to this level of resistance. So if we draw, if we consider a possible buying opportunity, this could be the zone for buying GBPUSD, and from here we might see that GBPUSD is pushing high at least, you know, to this level of resistance, which can give us a significant trading opportunity. So now let's see GBPJPY. Now GBPJPY, like GBPUSD, is bullish. Starting with, first of all, monthly, this is a long-term bullish market, though GBPUSD is a long-term bearish market, but this one is long-term bullish market, and I think that GBPJPY will continue to go up. As you can see, this is the monthly candle. The price came down to this level of support, strongly buying happened and created a long week candle. Going to the weekly, we saw back-to-back 2 weeks. The price was in a sideways, but this is still a bullish price action. So in the new trading week, we might see even a gap opening and then continue to go up. Going to the daily time frame, you see this is the daily, and what happened, the price moved in a sideways. You see this is the triangular pattern has created, and from here we might see that GBPJPY is going up. So what I think that GBPJPY might do in the new trading week, the price might come back to test this daily doji, and from here we might see that GBPJPY is pushing high. So this zone could be an area of value for buying GBPJPY. So let's see now gold, what's happening now. Gold, as you have seen that the price on the weekly has created this bullish pattern, but it's still it's bullish. This is what exactly I told in my weekly forex forecast. As you have seen that the price is likely to rise and gold has risen up. So first let's see monthly. Now, like all other price action, the price came down to this monthly level of support, and then we have seen the buyers created this long week candle. Now this monthly candle is almost closing after 1 or 2 days. So what is likely to happen is, if this one closes like that, we might see gold is going up again. So let's see on the weekly time frame. Now weekly, what the price did, narrow candle. Now after this kind of candle, next week what we might see that gold coming down and then going up. So going to the daily time frame, what is likely to happen is that what I think that gold will do, will come back down maybe to this zone, and then will continue to rise up. So we'll create an inverted head and shoulder, and then will continue to rise up. But one thing we need to keep in mind, that you see there is a vacuum here. Okay, there is a place, this zone has not been tested. So it may not go like that, okay, high probability that the price will come back down again. Maybe you see there is a trend line here on the daily time frame, and if you draw a level and trend line, okay, so this is where gold is likely to do. Okay, gold is will test this trend line. This is the daily time frame. Okay, so we'll come back to this support and then will continue to rise. Okay, so this is where likely to happen in the new trading week. Gold is likely to come back down first and then will continue to rise. If we look at the weekly time frame, this is what it may like. It might come back this to test this this green zone, and then we might see a bullish pattern has been created. So if we look at the daily, this is what it is. We need to wait for the price to create proper bullish pattern before making any move. So this is what with gold. Now let's see with NZDUSD. Now NZDUSD, as you have seen, this is the trade that we have closed with our VIP members last week. This is an awesome winning trade. If you look at the 4-hour time frame, when I saw this daily and a green doji that created a higher high and higher low, it's a perfect bullish doji, and then I have sent this trade signal, and that is a successful winning trade. Now if you want to join our VIP team, the link in the description area. Now if you go to the 4-hour time frame, what we see, this is what it is after this 2 dojis. Also, this is what I mentioned in the live streaming, that the NZDUSD is likely to go up further. And definitely for those who was in this stream, definitely you made money. Smash the like button. If you want to join my live stream, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification. Now let's see first of all now bigger picture on the monthly time frame. This is the monthly, and NZDUSD has created a very strong rejection candle from the down, so means that we might see a push up. Going to the weekly, like all the pairs against USD looks like bullish, and NZDUSD, I think that it will continue to rise. Even it might create with a gap opening and could rise up. Going to the daily, now what it has done basically on the daily, NZDUSD has created a double doji and created a bullish price action. Now at this point, what we might see, like other pairs, NZDUSD might come down for a retracement, maybe to this 20 period moving average, and from here we might see that NZDUSD is going up, completing a complete inverted head and shoulder. So the next area of value for NZDUSD is this one, where there is a 20 period moving average, a couple of dojis, and I think that if NZDUSD managed to drop to this level, that could be a good place for buying opportunity NZDUSD. Now let's go to the USDCAD. Let's see what's happening, starting with monthly time frame. Now USDCAD, we saw that from this resistance we saw strong bounce on the monthly, and we might see that USDCAD now coming back to this monthly support zone, okay, before creating any move to the upside. So we might see a couple this month also a bearish move on a USDCAD. Going to the weekly, and this is what exactly I mentioned in my weekly forex forecast, that USDCAD is likely to come down, and I think that you see the price is now approaching this gap level, and from this gap level even it may open with a gap and continue to drop. So going to the now daily time frame, the best way to trade USDCAD is for wait for retracement to this level of resistance. As you have seen, the price when came down here created this slow retracement and then break down again, so it is likely to test this previous resistance as a support, previous support as a resistance, and then could continue to drop. So going to the 4-hour, what we see, this is what it is. Now let's stick to the daily to see how the price action is forming. So the best way to trade USDCAD is for the price to wait for the price to go test this previous support as resistance, and then moving down and then selling from there. So this could be a zone for selling USDCAD. Now USDCHF, how it is doing, this is also bearish. That's what I was telling all the time in all my analysis. USDCHF, as you can see that over the long term, this is a bearish market. The price just been rejected from this monthly resistance, and we saw that a big move happened to the downside. Now USDCHF, what we have seen currently, this is the monthly candle, and we could see further drop to this monthly level of support. Why? There is an important level of monthly resistance that could be testing as support, and then we might see that USD CHF is going up. If we draw a level of support and going to the weekly time frame, what we see that the price now should be testing this one as a support, and then could go up. So with that being said, USD CHF this week also we should see a drop. Going to the daily, now daily you see the price, this is a very strongly bearish price action, and what I think that the best place for selling USD CHF is from this level of support here. There is a green candle that may give us a significant resistance for this move to the downside. So what I will be doing is I will be waiting for the price to on the lower time frame to go to this zone, and then I will be considering selling USD CHF for this level to the downside. So this is what with USD CHF. Now let's see with USD CNH, starting with monthly time frame. Now USD CNHs on the monthly, we saw a primary bounce from this previous support here on the monthly time frame as a resistance, and we saw a bounce to the downside on USD CNHs. Now at this point, what I think that the price might come little further, maybe to this monthly. This is the monthly support. Let me draw this level here. What you see that there is a monthly support here with this long wick, and looks like that the price might close somewhere here this monthly, and then we might see a movement to the upside. Going to the weekly, you see this is the weekly where there is a weekly opening and closing, and this candle is closed. So what it might do, come down here and then will push up. So next week looks like that USD CNHs will rise. As you have seen, this is the daily time frame, and there is a 20 period moving average on this area of value. So what I think USD CNHs will do, going up from here at least to this zone, which is almost 2.226 risk to reward ratio trade. So this one is the USD CNHs. Let's see with dollar yen what it is doing. Starting with the monthly time frame, dollar yen is highly bullish market on the monthly. This is almost close, this monthly candle. What I think that dollar yen will come back to this monthly resistance here. So this is the monthly resistance. Why? Because it's a bullish market long term, and there is a weakless candle on the monthly. The price just now staying on top of this resistance. So what it might do, at some point early next week, the price will come back to this level of support and will create a bullish pattern. Going to the weekly time frame, so you see the price has created a very smaller weekly candles. So what I think the price next week also will come back down and then will create a bullish move. Going to the daily, so what I think that dollar yen might do, at some point dollar yen will come back down here, okay, and then we'll go up. So what I will do, I will not be selling dollar yen, because at any point it might even start to move from here. I will be waiting for the price to come back to this monthly level of support. So that could be a good place for buying a big move to the upside for a long term holding opportunity. So this is the one with dollar yen. USDZAR, what's happening? Let's see on the monthly time frame. What you see that this is the monthly. USDZAR has failed to create a new higher high on the monthly time frame. Instead create a bearish candle, and once the monthly close, we might see another push down and then going up. So let's see on the weekly time frame. We saw that back to back 2 weeks the price has created this bearish candle, and I think it will come further down and then will go up. So on the daily time frame, what we see that USDZAR after this doji or pin bar from here, the price dropped. So what it might do, USDZAR now currently, it might come back down. Okay, so it might come back down further, okay, this way with this channel. So let me draw this channel here with this channel, and then so the price is likely to come back down along this channel, okay, to this because there is a trend line has not been tested yet. Okay, so there is a trend line on USDZAR. If we draw this trend line, I think that USDZAR will continue to drop to this level and then will create a bullish pattern. So let's first of all see the monthly close, how it is doing. We need to see how the monthly close is doing, but there is a support here on USDZAR on the monthly. Okay, even we could see a rise from here. Let me draw it again. So let's see the weekly. Okay, so this could be a zone where USDZAR might have a bounce. So on the daily, which is just breaking this level of support. So what we might see USDZAR, okay, I think so that's gonna happen on USDZAR, is the price will come back to this level of support, okay, and then we'll see rise up, because there is a big gap is still remaining here. But what it might do after going a big move and then will come back. So for now, for a short term, USDZAR is likely to come back to this level of support and then will create a bullish move like the dollar yen. So this is what with USDZAR will be seeing price action in this zone. Now let's see on US oil what it is doing. Starting with the monthly time frame, US oil, what it has done, that US oil is monthly strongly bullish market. Now at this point, 3 days remaining, but this is a very strongly bullish market, and I think that it will continue to rise. Going to the weekly time frame, what we see, this is what I said in my previous weekly forex forecast. If you have seen after this double doji, what did I say? That US oil is likely to go up, and the price did exactly as it is. Going to the daily time frame, what do you see? This is a very strongly bullish market, creating a series of higher high and higher low. So what it might do next is it might come back down to this level of support, okay, in the next week. From here, from this support, we might see that US oil again pushing up. So this could be a zone for buying US oil along this zone. So that is what I will be doing, waiting for a price action confirmation for buying US oil from this zone to the upside. So this is what with US oil. Now let's see first of all BTCUSD. Now BTCUSD, as you have seen in my weekly forex forecast, that is what predicted that BTCUSD is likely to drop. You see the price action has created exactly as it is, creating a series of lower high and lower low. Now at this point, the market is volatility is very low, and I will not recommend any kind of buying on BTCUSD. Instead, I will be waiting for the price to come back to this monthly level of support. If you see here, there is a monthly resistance here. Okay, there is a monthly resistance, and I think that BTCUSD will come back to this monthly resistance again. Okay, this is the resistance here. Will come back to this monthly support, and then it might go up. BTCUSD. So if you you see that this is the monthly closing after 4 days. So I think the next one, after little retracement or even without no retracement, the price will come back down here, and then it might go for a sideway for some time and then will rise up again. Going to the daily time frame, so this is what it is. If you are trading, then I would suggest only shorting until we see a significant push to the upside, because there is a long wick candle on the daily that could give us a buying opportunity after we see a break to the upside. Okay, but to me it is still bearish price action, and I will only consider I will recommend only shorting until we see proper movement to the upside, or we see a test of this support, and then we can consider buying BTCUSD. Now Ethereum USD is doing the same but a little more bearish than BTCUSD. The price in this historical support, this price came last in 2021. The price action looks still bearish. If we see that, I think it will come back to this zone, which is almost nearing. That's what I expected all the time. The price, this is the resistance here on the daily, monthly, weekly, and I think that Ethereum USD will come back to this level of support, and then from here it will continue to rise. So if we put the price our zone here, so if Ethereum USD manage to come back to this level of support, a good place for buying. Otherwise, just not doing anything in Ethereum or BTCUSD, but because the market looks very strongly bearish and not that much volatile. So now let's see US 30. What's happening this indices? US 30, as I told all the time in all my analysis, it's now bullish. As you have seen that yesterday in my live streaming, that is what I told, that US 30 is likely to be bullish, and the price is doing looks like as it is. So let's see on the weekly time frame, it's a very strongly bullish now. The price is going high. So what I think that US 30, what it might do, that the price will continue to rise up, because over the long term it's a bullish market. Look at the monthly. This is the monthly close. We saw that there has been a strong rejection from the bottom, and then the prices started to rise up with US 30. If you go to the weekly time frame, what we see, this is a very strongly bullish candle, and I think that the way the market is moving, it might just push up. So daily the price is now started to bounce from this level of support and pushing high. So let's see on the weekly time frame how it is doing. So after this kind of move, you can expect US, I think that it will continue to rise up again. So if you look at this is the daily time frame, and there's a gap opening here. If we draw a level of support going to the daily time frame, after a little retracement in the new trading week, we might see little retracement or maybe a doji, and then we might see that it is continuing to the upside. So looking like bullish. So we'll look for only bullish setup with US 30. US 100, the same thing. The price looks like that it is bullish. Okay, so let's see how the price is doing. If you see that both indices in the same kind of pattern, they are creating same kind of pattern. So same kind of setup. As you have seen, the price created a double bottom formation here and then broke up. So we might see a little bit of retracement, and then we may see a continuation to the upside. So US 30 and US 100 looks like that they both are bullish. Now these are the pairs that we will be looking to trade. In addition to this, if I find any other trading opportunity, definitely I will update in the channel. So make sure you hit the subscribe button and also press that bell notification so that you don't miss out any of the update or anything. And in the meantime, if you want to join our VIP channel, the link in the description. Thank you for watching. See you soon in my next analysis.